What separates an interior that makes you want to roll out of the car from one that makes you never want to leave? I've spent weeks researching car interiors, from economy cars to hypercars, and I've broken them all down into 7 distinct levels. Level 1 interiors have literally made people bleed. I'm not exaggerating, sharp plastic barbs that cut fingers. And level 7, zero plastic, anywhere, hand-stitched leather, 450,000 individual embroidery stitches, and machined aluminum that belongs in a Swiss watch. Most people are sitting in a level 2 or 3 right now and don't even realize it. Let's find out where your car lands. Level 1, the disasters. These aren't just cheap interiors. These are interiors that actively make the ownership experience worse. Cracking dashboards, melting plastic, materials so sharp they've drawn blood, design choices so baffling they became automotive punchlines. Let's start with the Dodge Caliber from 2007 to 2012. The interior was filled with hard, hollow plastic that felt like recycled toy material. Owners described the cabin as unfinished. The center stack was notorious for developing stress cracks. Panels rattled, clips broke. This was a car that cost real money and felt like it was assembled from parts left over from something else. The Chevy HHR was somehow worse. One owner mentioned that sharp barbs in the plastic door trim actually cut their finger. Not a scratch, a cut. When your interior is drawing blood, you've achieved level 1. Everything about sitting in an HHR felt like punishment. The Saturn Ion might be the crown jewel. GM found the cheapest plastic available and covered every surface with it. The steering wheel felt fundamentally wrong. And then there was the center-mounted gauge cluster, forcing you to look away from the road to check your speed. The best thing a Saturn Ion ever did was get thrown at Spider-Man in that movie. The Yugo is the baseline, the interior that answers, how cheap can we possibly make this? No tachometer despite having a manual transmission. Some models didn't even have a glove box door, just a hole in the dashboard. Barely any climate controls. The cheapest plastic Yugoslavia could produce in the 1980s. Level 1 interiors feel hostile. They crack, break, cut you, and make you question your life choices at every red light. Level 2 won't hurt you. It'll just bore you to death. Level 2, the forgettable. These interiors aren't offensive. They're just nothing. You sit down, think this is fine, and never think about it again. That's not a compliment. This is the realm of rental car specials and base economy cars from 2005 to 2015. The older Toyota Corolla, the Nissan Sentra, the base Ford Focus. Functional in the most clinical sense. Seats, steering wheel, buttons that did things, but no personality, no design intent, just acres of gray plastic that neither offended nor inspired. The fleet-spec Chevy Impala was the king of level 2. Everything was hard plastic, door cards, dashboard, center console. It screamed rental car. It screamed, I give up. Here's the thing, these interiors were acceptable when new, but they aged poorly. The plastics faded. What started as fine became, why did I buy this? And here's a hot take, minimalism can be a mask for cost cutting. A screen and 2 buttons isn't premium if the materials behind it feel cheap. Level 2 is where you tolerate your car. Level 3 is where you start to appreciate it. Level 3, the competent. This is where things get interesting. Soft touch materials appear. Design choices feel deliberate. You can tell someone actually thought about what it's like to sit here. And here's the surprise, level 3 doesn't require a luxury badge. Modern Mazda interiors are the gold standard for level 3. The Mazda 3, CX-30, and CX-50 have cabins that punch so far above their weight it's almost unfair. Soft touch materials everywhere, including the tops of the rear doors, where most manufacturers cheap out completely. Automotive journalists have found less impressive leather in cars costing twice as much. The minimalist design reduces stress and focuses you on driving. Mazda's goal of moving from mainstream to luxury isn't just marketing. You can feel it in the materials. All this in vehicles starting under $25,000. The current Honda Civic is another level 3 champion. Honda gave the 11th generation Civic a seriously upscale makeover. The interior looks like it belongs in a car a class up. That mesh strip hiding the air vents, it's subtle, intentional, and the kind of detail that separates good from generic. Twist the climate control dials, and there's a satisfying click. This is a compact car with an interior that doesn't apologize for being a compact car. The Kia Stinger proved you can have a genuinely sophisticated interior in a non-luxury car. Soft touch surfaces throughout. Available Napa leather and premium audio that would cost thousands more with a German BA. Level 3 is where manufacturers stop apologizing for the interior and start being proud of it. Level 4 is where that pride becomes obvious. Level 4, the impressive. This is entry luxury done right. Real leather, real wood, real aluminum. Design that creates an atmosphere. You start noticing stitching patterns, the way light plays off trim, the sound a door makes when it closes. The Genesis GV70 might be the best example on the market. one of the best luxury crossover interiors you can buy, including cars costing $20,000 more. The design is sleek and modern, but retains physical buttons where they make sense. Materials are genuinely high quality. Genesis is doing to the Germans what the Japanese luxury brands did in the 1990s, delivering more for less and forcing everyone else to step up. The BMW 3 Series and Audi A4 live at level 4, benchmarks for entry luxury. Build quality is tight, materials are refined, driver-focused layouts that make sense. Lexus has been doing level 4 longer than almost anyone. The ease communicates sophistication and serenity. Real wood trim, not plastic pretending. Lexus interiors age gracefully. A 10-year-old Lexus often looks better than a 5-year-old competitor. Level 4 is where you start noticing details. The double stitching, the weight of a control knob, the precision of panel gaps. Level 5 is where attention to detail becomes obsession. Level 5, the exceptional. These are flagship luxury cars where the interior becomes a destination. Sound insulation creates a sanctuary. Materials justify six-figure prices. You open the door and pause before getting in, not because something's wrong, but because you need a moment to take it in. The Mercedes S-Class is the benchmark for the entire segment, the car wealthy people choose when they want to be driven. The 12.8-inch OLED touchscreen is stunning. The Burmester 4D audio system makes your favorite music sound like you've never heard it before. Materials throughout are exceptional. The S-Class delivers an experience that rivals Rolls-Royce and Bentley at roughly half the price. The new BMW 7 Series went all in on rear passengers. The 31-inch theater screen turns the back seat into a private cinema. Gesture controls let you command systems with a wave. Every surface communicates luxury and technology working together. The Lucid Air proves electric cars can compete on luxury. The 34-inch curved glass cockpit display floats above an open cabin. There's actually a spa mode that fills the cabin with relaxing colors and sounds. It feels less like a car and more like a living room from the future. Level 5 interiors generate genuine wow reactions. They're sanctuaries on wheels, but Level 6 takes craftsmanship somewhere else entirely. Level 6, the masterworks. At Level 6, we've left manufactured goods and entered handcrafted art. Bespoke customization means no two cars are identical. Materials are sourced specifically for each customer. Interior creation is measured in hundreds of hours. The Rolls-Royce Phantom defines what a luxury interior can be. The Starlight headliner contains over 1,600 fiber optic lights arranged as actual constellations. You can request your child's birth sky, or the night you proposed. Each headliner takes hours to install by hand. The gallery is a glass-fronted dashboard that displays custom art or sculptures. Cloudsoft lambswool carpets cushion your feet. 287 pounds of soundproofing create inner silence. Each interior takes up to 800 hours to complete. Bentley approaches Level 6 through obsessive detail. Every diamond-quilted leather seat requires exactly 148,199 individual stitches. Not approximately, exactly. The rotating center display offers 3 faces, a 12.3-inch touchscreen, analog gauges, or a clean wood veneer panel. It literally rotates to hide technology when you want serenity. Crown-cut walnut, koa wood, open-pore finishes. Bentley sources veneers from sustainable forests and finishes them to jewelry standards. The Toyota Century, Japan's Rolls-Royce, uses high-end cloth instead of leather, on purpose. Proving luxury isn't about slapping leather on everything, it's about obsessive quality regardless of material. Level 6 interiors aren't manufactured, they're composed. Like a symphony, every element is orchestrated, but even Level 6 makes compromises somewhere. Level 7 doesn't. Level 7, the legends. Level 7 isn't about spending more money. Plenty of Level 6 cars cost more than Level 7 cars. Level 7 is about refusing to compromise, anywhere, on anything. The Pagani Huayra is the definitive Level 7 interior. There is no plastic, anywhere, zero. Every surface is titanium, carbon fiber, aluminum, or leather. That's it. When you sit in a Huayra, you will not touch plastic because plastic doesn't exist inside the car. Every switch has the feedback and solidity of a military-grade musical instrument. These aren't components sourced from a parts bin. They're machined specifically for this car. The gear selector consists of 67 individual pieces. The gauge housing is milled from a single block of aluminum. Horacio Pagani operates on Leonardo da Vinci's principle, art and science. Every element must be both functionally perfect and aesthetically beautiful. Here's a detail that captures the philosophy. The area under the seats, where you'd never look, is finished as beautifully as the dashboard. Pagani's reasoning: if you drop a coin and look for it, you should be treated to a visual surprise, not disappointed by cost-cutting. The new Pagani Utopia features 450,000 individual hand stitches per interior element. Haute couture embroidery fabric never before used in automotive. Every embroidered panel is done entirely by hand. The Gordon Murray T50 is level 7 through a different lens. Central driving position, manual transmission, manual steering, a naturally aspirated V12, every gram questioned, every control precisely placed where a racing driver's hands would find it. The T50 proves level 7 isn't about maximum luxury, it's about maximum intention. Koenigsegg interiors approach level 7 through fighter jet minimalism. Open the dihedral synchrohelix doors and the interior reveals itself like a jewelry box opening. Carbon fiber, leather, nothing else. Every control exists for a reason. The Bugatti Chiron represents level 7 opulence. Hand-stitched leather covers every surface. Polished metal accents are finished to jewelry standards. Each interior is fully customized to owner specification. What unites level 7 isn't price or style, it's philosophy. These manufacturers asked a simple question: what if we refused to compromise on anything? Then they actually did it. The results aren't just car interiors, they're statements about what's possible when constraints are removed. Level 7 interiors don't transport you from a to be, they transport you to a different dimension entirely. So that's the 7 levels of car interiors. I already know what's happening in the comments. Tesla should be higher. You're too harsh on American cars. What about Alfa Romeo? Here's what I want. Tell me what car has an interior ranked higher or lower than it deserves. And be honest, what level is your daily driver? Look around, knock on the dashboard, check the door panels. Where does it land? If this changed how you think about car interiors, hit subscribe. New video every week. Next up, the 7 levels of car brands. Until then, knock on your dashboard. If it sounds hollow, you might be level 2.